Hello everyone, meteorologist Chad Evans here with a look at your daily weather forecast video, sponsored always by Trent Johnson State Farm. TrentIsMyAgent.com. One more chilly night, and that is tonight. I think this is going to be the coolest night until next September. Then it gets much hotter. It's sudden summer. It's muggy. We get severe weather risk in multiple occasions. And amidst all the severe weather risk and heavier rainfall, we do have a little period where it does get briefly cooler and less humid mid next week. Otherwise, quite a bit of a storm risk and heavier rainfall in this forecast. And boy, are you going to notice the heat and the humidity. It will feel like June here by the upcoming weekend and beyond. Now, allergy watch wise, black walnut and cool season grass pollen has elevated the pollen levels to the medium high range today. They're going to be in that range tomorrow and right into Saturday and Sunday, even with some rainfall around. The UV is a little less today, given more in the way of cloudiness. It's still decent, but some cloudiness in parts of the area today, but then it's up in the high range come tomorrow. And by Sunday, there's just no part of the moon that's visible. It's hard to believe, though, by the 31st, we're going to have our second full moon of the month. These are cumulus and stratocumulus clouds that have been pivoting through this afternoon. These will tend to diminish as the sun sets this evening. There's a live view from our south side Lafayette sky cam with the cobalt blue skies and these cumulus clouds around as of 3:35. We see those clouds at Frankfort and at the new 25, Hoosier Heartland, and the old 25 here at Logansport. Those cumulus clouds around where it's 61 Logansport. Now, where there's more cloudiness, it's mid-50s. That's it at Rochester. 57 Galveston. It is 60 degrees at the Zionsville Airport, 61 Purdue Airport, but 65 Covington. Mariann's got 62 at Remington, and it's 63 at Fowler. So it's a mostly clear to clear sky tonight. We've got plenty of sunshine tomorrow, but you will notice some increasing clouds tomorrow, and we should cloud up with time come Thursday night to early Friday morning. That is a warm front coming in, and as that warm front moves like this, there's going to be a cluster of what I call elevated thunderstorms. Thunderstorms that are in the cool air, but the instability for thunder and lightning and the clouds bubbling up is lifted up and over that cool air. So a little cluster of elevated thunderstorms with a little bit of hail risk. We'll be diving out of Iowa, riding that warm front, that gradient through central Illinois down into southern Illinois. So the best risk of thunderstorms down here. We'll get a few showers out of the deal on Friday morning, and then they get out of here and the clouds will thin somewhat in the afternoon, and the winds will go from kind of east-southeast and then go to the due south as the warm front lifts northward during the day. And then we're bathed in summer-like air, muggy air around, and storms will begin to impact us on Saturday. I do expect some thunderstorms to develop, really two main clusters of storms, one Saturday afternoon and evening, and then perhaps another one around Sunday that passes right over the area. And again, the severe weather risk will be here. I've got the infrared simulated satellite here to show you those reds, those thunderstorms really blowing up here, and you can see them right over our area. Then a lot of the thunderstorms that we get Saturday and Sunday periodically, again, focusing on two main rounds though it appears right now for severe weather, that is. A lot of this begins to pull northward on Monday. We still may get a few scattered storms around, but most of this pulls north. The warm front's way up here. It is hot and humid, very warm to hot and humid in our area. And then we get all the big severe weather west of us during Monday night. Now, we're mostly dry Monday night in our area, but Tuesday things really ramp up again. Tuesday afternoon and then right into Tuesday night, we do expect some scattered storms to form out ahead of a main squall line. So we'll have a few storms that may go severe. Then the squall line comes through Tuesday evening, Tuesday night, with the severe weather risk as well. Then that moves on. Wednesday is cooler and less humid. Thursday's a little better, but then warm front comes back northward. We're looking at storms Friday, Saturday, Sunday, multiple rounds of storms like this as a deep upper trough swings into the plains. So several complexes of storms will have to go through our forecast area with severe weather risk. And we see a lot of marginal and slight risk, but I do think that the risk will really pulse up and we'll have risk greater than slight. Most likely Tuesday, but we still have to watch Saturday and Sunday. That's at least slight risk, I do think, on Saturday and Sunday. And we may be up to enhanced risk on Tuesday for our area as hot upper ridge right here blocks the front, which will stall. There'll be a big trough on the west, and every little disturbance that rides up that front will produce severe weather in very strong jet stream winds here and a very hot, unstable air mass over our area. And then it gets cooler. So after this, the stormy regime we're going to have, May 31st through June 5th, cooler, less humid here, and a similar setup June 15th through the 19th, but not before we see another round of more widespread, focused, intense severe weather risk within that June 10th through 13th time period over our area. And the comfort meter is back. I have not shown this since September, but we are getting into that season again, so here we roll again. This is Friday. We are pleasant. Dew points still low. Saturday, though, dew points upper 60s to about 70, so it is humid and near muggy. Same thing Sunday. We are muggy on Monday. Even Tuesday, humid to near muggy conditions. And then we're pleasant on Wednesday. We're not bad for Thursday, but then it's back into that humid and muggy air next weekend. And that a week from the 18th, so May 25th, more storms, but look how high those dew points are. We may get dew points up around 74, 75 degrees over a chunk of the area. So it's definitely going to get juicy around here and feel like summer, but doesn't feel like that now, and it's not going to feel like that tonight with 41. This is the last of any upper 30s or low and mid 40s we're going to have over the area widespread like this. 38 Rochester, 43 Cayuga. There's your 42 Pine Village, about 41 at Round Grove and Brookston, and 40 at Frankfort. Tomorrow, a lot of sunshine, some increasing clouds with highs generally in the 60s to about 70 degrees. 64 Wheatfield to 70 Rockville and 67 at Frankfort. Winds out of the north may start to turn to the northeast during the evening. And with that, here comes the warm front. So on Friday morning, really early morning, right into mid and late morning, a few spotty or scattered showers will be possible. Then it warms up, the clouds thinning somewhat in the afternoon, but a windy day and a 74-degree high with highs anywhere from 70 at Rochester to 77 Cayuga, mid-70s Fowler, low 70s Frankfort and Kirkland over to Rushville, and low 70s at Delphi and Flora as well. 85 Saturday. Watch the storm risk afternoon and evening and the severe weather risk as well. Sunday, some storms as well. 86, still humid to muggy. 88 Monday, a few storms, but a lot of it gets shut off. Most of the storms go north, and they're going to be kind of west of our area. Stormy on Tuesday with 85, and then we're down to 75 Wednesday and 80 on Thursday, less humid before the storms crank back up, and it gets hot and muggy. Highs around 90 a week from Saturday and a week from Sunday.